My name is Victoria Winters. Two people will face a frightening fantasy of an existence out of the past. A young boy who believes that he can communicate with an apparition, and a missing girl who is unable to remember her true identity.
Josette? 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 Josette, is that you?
Someone calls me?
Josette, it's me.
Who are you?
It's me, David. David Collins.
David Collins. I know that name. David Collins.
Well, of course you know me. But you haven't seen me in a long time. Where did you go?
Away. Very far away.
Where?
I've been to a place of death. But I've come back.
I'm so glad that you've come back.
Where am I?
Well, you're in your house.
In my house?
Sure.
I lived here,
A long, long time ago.
and I've come back to live here.
Well, I was afraid that you'd never come back.
I had to come back. I don't know why, but I had to come back.
I'm glad that you have. What's that?
Music. Yes, it's music from my music box.
I like it.
It was a gift from someone. It's playing a melody from long ago.
It sounds very nice.
I listened to it over and over, all through the dark night.
You know something, Josette? This is the longest amount of time that you've ever spent talking to me.
Is it?
Yes. Most of the times you just say a few words. And sometimes you didn't even say anything.
I don't remember.
But now you're really talking.
Yes, I want to talk. There's something that I must say.
Well, what is it?
I can't think. I can't remember.
Well, was it important?
Yes,
Well, you've got to try to remember.
I'll try.
If you can't remember it now, maybe you'll be able to remember it next time.
The next time.
You will be able to talk to me like this again, won't you?
Yes, we will talk. Again and again.
I remember so many times I used to come and call you, but you wouldn't answer me. When I come and call you, will you answer me?
Yes, I'll answer you.
I used to stand right here and stare up to the portrait of you. And I guess you didn't hear me.
Painting of me?
Yes, the one that used to hang over the mantel.
A painting? A painting of me?
Yes, it's upstairs. You know, the one that's in your bedroom.
I've seen that painting. Something about the face. What is it about the face?
Why, it's your face. I love that painting so much. I was really very sad when they took it down. I even cried.
You cried?
Yes. But now that I know where it is, I feel much happier. This is the painting that'll be hanging there from now on, in its place. It's being painted by Mr. Evans.
Evans? I know that name.
Sure, that's the man that's painting this portrait.
Evans.
That's Barnabas Collins.
Barnabas Collins. Barnabas Collins.
He's my cousin. He lives here now. He's the one that's fixing everything up.
No. No.
What's the matter, Josette?
No. No.
What is it? You look frightened. Why are you frightened?
Barnabas. Barnabas.
Why are you so frightened, Josette? Why?
David? David, are you in there?
David, open this door.
Josette! Josette, where are you? Where have you gone? Josette, where did you go? Where did you go?
David? David?
David, if you're inside, you'd better open this door.
Hi, Vicky. Hello, Father.
We knew you'd be here.
Yes, because you were told not to. Where is Barnabas? Have you seen him?
No.
I thought I heard you talking to someone.
I wasn't talking to anybody.
Is Willie Loomis here?
I haven't seen him.
I know why you came here. You came looking for your ghostly friends.
No.
You came looking for Josette, didn't you?
No.
David, why do you lie to me? I know that's your main interest in this place. All right. Have you seen Josette?
No.
David, are you sure that Josette wasn't in this room?
Wouldn't I tell you if she had been here?
Yes, I suppose you would.
Well, hello, Barnabas. I'm afraid your household is filled with uninvited guests.
So I see.
I hope you will excuse our little trespass.
Miss Winters
Hello, Mr. Collins.
and David. So we meet again for the second time tonight.
I guess so.
I'm afraid David has had to make another visit, and I am furious about it.
Have you, David?
Yes.
Your fondness for this house is insatiable.
I intend to keep his fondness in better control.
Had you come to visit me,
Sort of.
or had you come to find someone else?
The truth, David.
Well, I wanted to see Josette again.
And did you see her?
No.
You're quite sure?
Yes.
Did you go upstairs?
No, sir.
I'm terribly sorry about this. It won't happen again.
No harm done.
Your portrait is coming right along.
Thank you. Mr. Evans wasn't able to work on it this week, as you can well imagine.
Yes, of course. How remarkably like the other portrait of the other Barnabas it is.
Yes, remarkably. Don't you think so, David?
Barnabas Collins.
Why do you say my name in such a curious fashion?
Oh, no reason at all. I want to go home now.
It's about time you thought of that.
Yes, I think we'd better go. I hope we haven't inconvenienced you. Good night, Barnabas.
Good night, Mr. Collins.
Good night, Miss Winters. Roger. And a very special good night to you, David.
Good night, Barnabas.
Josette, there were people in the house.
People?
Yes. Did you see them?
I don't remember.
Are you sure?
Music.
I want you to remember this. No one is to see you. No one is to see you. Do you understand that?
No one is to see me. No one is to see me.
If anyone comes to the house, you're to stay up here.
Stay here. Why can't they see me?
They wouldn't understand that you are Josette.
They wouldn't understand. Why?
Because you resemble someone else. They might call you by that other name.
What other name?
They might call you Maggie Evans.
Evans. Evans.
Your name is Josette. Josette Collins.
My name is Josette Collins. I'm Josette Collins.
You have always been Josette Collins. No matter what anyone says, you have always been Josette Collins.
I have always been Josette Collins. No one else. I am Josette. I am Josette Collins.
Mr. Collins?
Yes.
I'm Sheriff Patterson. I wondered if I might talk with you for a few minutes.
Yes, won't you come in?
Thank you. I've been hoping to see you ever since I heard you were in town.
Well, thank you. Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
I understand that you paid a visit here the other day when I was out.
Yes, I did. I'm sorry to take so long in getting back, but I've been rather busy.
Yes, I heard about the search. How is it going? Have you been able to find any trace of her?
No, unfortunately, we haven't had a break in the case yet.
You came here to talk about Willie Loomis, I presume?
Is he here?
No, I sent him on an errand to Bangor.
You know the kind of man he is?
Well, if you're referring to the acts he committed before he came into my employ, yes, I do know that. I know everything about him.
That he has a police record?
That, too.
He said that you could substantiate his whereabouts on the night that Miss Evans disappeared.
Yes, I can.
You know where he was the whole time? Between 9 p.m. and 6 a.m. the next morning?
Yes, he spent part of the evening here, and then he drove into Bangor. As you know, I'm restoring the house, and he had to pick up some fabrics for me early the next morning.
I see. Well, that takes care of that night. Well, let's go back 2 nights prior to the first time that Miss Evans disappeared, the time that she was found wandering in the cemetery. On that night, you sent Willie Loomis to the Evans house with a message.
That's correct.
How long was he gone from here?
Oh, about the time it takes to go from here to the Evans cottage and back. Shall we say half an hour at the most?
And are you willing to sign a sworn affidavit testifying to that?
Certainly.
I see. Well, I guess that's all for now, then. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Well, you're entirely welcome.
What's that?
Oh, that's an old music box I've been restoring. The mechanism was just wound up when you knocked.
Sounds pretty good.
The starting mechanism needs my instant attention. Apparently, it couldn't take the tension of the mainspring. Well, let me know if I can be of any further help to you.
Yes, I will, Mr. Collins. Thank you, and good night.
Good night.
David, I simply cannot have that happen again. You were cautioned earlier this evening, and then you went right out and deliberately disobeyed us.
I'm sorry. I won't do it again.
I wish I could believe that.
You can. Honest.
Vicky, will you have David write the word honest and its definition 50 times tomorrow?
Thanks a lot.
Come on, David, go up to bed now.
Good night, David.
Good night.
David, there's something I want you to tell me.
Sure.
What did you really see done at the old house tonight?
Nothing.
Come on, David, you can fool your father, but you can't fool me. Did you see Josette?
No.
David, that room smelled of jasmine. Now, I want the truth. Did you see Josette?
Well, do you promise you won't tell anybody?
Yes, I promise.
I did, and it was great.
What do you mean?
Well, she was different this time. She stayed with me for a long time. We talked a lot.
What about?
All about how she'd gone away and that she was back now and she'd come to see me again.
Do you mean that you actually had a conversation with her?
Yep. And she couldn't remember something. But she tried to tell me.
It's very strange.
And there was even a little music box. She was really different this time. She even cried.
Why did she cry?
I don't know. When I asked her, she just cried more. And then she disappeared.
I don't understand this at all.
Well, you won't tell anyone, will you?
No, of course I won't, David. You better run upstairs now. Go to bed.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Hello, Sheriff.
Hello, Vicky.
Come in.
Thank you.
Good evening, Sheriff. Is there anything wrong?
No, I was just on the property, so I thought I would drop over and let you know what's happening with the search for Maggie Evans.
Well, what is happening?
Well, unfortunately, not enough to keep up the pace of the search. I'm going to have to cut down on the number of men involved, and so are the state and county police.
But aren't there any clues?
No, not a one. I haven't found a single thing, and I've just had to give up on my best suspect.
Willie Loomis?
Yes. Barnabas Collins has accounted for his whereabouts during the time in question. He's going to sign a sworn affidavit to that effect.
Well, surely Loomis knows something.
Well, there's nothing that I can do. Unless someone gives me some evidence that contradicts what Barnabas Collins has said, there's nothing I can do. I have no lead. I have no clue. I have no case.
Well, this is terrible. A girl just doesn't simply disappear without a trace.
Sheriff, what are you going to do next?
Well, if she doesn't turn up soon, we're going to have to abandon the search. Unless something turns up that gives us a lead.
How do you feel?
Vicky, the possibility continues to grow that Maggie Evans is dead.
Little boy. Little boy. I need you. I need you.
Dark Shadows is a Dan Curtis production.